Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to this week's edition of 5 Minutes of Management. As always, I'm Frank Kalman here with Rick Bell. Rick, we got a lot of things, of course, to plug, as we usually do. We got Workforce Live coming up in San Francisco on September 9th. We got Workforce Live coming to Chicago on October 22nd. And we have Workforce Live coming to Dallas on October 27th. But then we also have
Workforce Focus.
a new event.
That's right, in Boston at the Ritz-Carlton on November 9th. So be there. The spots are filling in fast, and we've got a great lineup, so which we'll be rolling out here real soon. Also, don't forget about the Optimus Awards. It's still open to enter, and we have it's the 25th year. So
yeah, very busy event season for Workforce.
We've got
4 live in-person events, Optimus, and then of course we'll have the digital editions of Workforce Live come in later in the year. So lots of good stuff to look forward to on that front. But first of all, Rick, how are your farming skills recently?
Well, you know, my goal in life is to actually be a raspberry farmer in Oregon. That's my career choice.
Well, it turns out that the U.S. economy could use some more raspberry farmers. According to a report in the Wall Street Journal this week, farm production is suffering in the areas like fruits and vegetables and dairies, largely because farm companies are having a hard time trying to find people to harvest these crops. Thanks to an improving economy where people are able to kind of find jobs and not have to resort to manual labor, and then also because of the border crackdown on illegal immigrants, farm companies are having a lot of trouble finding farm hands. This one company, the Wall Street Journal, says that because they couldn't recruit 100 farm workers, they were only able to grab 60. A huge drop off in their production. A lot of the fruits and vegetables ended up rotting in the fields, which is a huge problem. Overall in the U.S., the decline in workers is reducing fruit and vegetable production by 9.5%, or $3.1 billion a year, according to recently published analysis of government data by the Partnership for a New American Economy, which is a nonpartisan group that supports a looser immigration policy. So it sounds like a lot of farms are struggling, Rick, because they don't have talent, and the two culprits are the economy and an immigration crackdown. What's your take?
Yeah, well, for a raspberry farmer, it's a very low cost, high yield type of product, and it really only takes a couple people to do the farming. So that's my goal in life.
Yeah, so if you're out there looking for maybe a side job, or maybe you're not fulfilled in your day job, go be a farmer. You might make some good money because you're in demand. So, Rick, what else we got this week?
Well, speaking of events and conventions and conferences and all that sort of stuff, which really begins in September. I mean, the season really, it's kind of slow right now, but beginning in September, of course, we got Workforce Live coming up. But we also have the top 10 conference and meetings and conventions destinations thanks to Cvent, a publicly traded technology firm that meeting planners use around the world for booking their conventions. So not a big surprise. Number 1 is Orlando. All right. Number 2 is Las Vegas. Not a big surprise there either, which we were just at and which I'll be going back to. I think you're going back to.
HR Tech.
For HR Technology, yes. And then number 3 is the fine city of Chicago.
All right.
4 is San Diego, Atlanta, DC, New York City, Dallas, Nashville, and rounding it out at number 10 is Phoenix.
Yeah, I got to say those last 3 cities surprised me. The Phoenix, Nashville, and Dallas even.
Yeah, well, and you go to Dallas.
Yeah, Workforce Live goes to Dallas.
You do Dallas, but it's like, yeah, Nashville, I think is a growing area for the conference business. So yeah, so those are our top firms, or our top cities for conferences, and you've pretty much hit most of them, haven't you?
Yep, I think I've hit most of them too.
Yeah. So,
awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that's all we've got for this week's edition of 5 Minutes of Management. For Rick Bell, I'm Frank Kalman. We'll see y'all next week.